Welcome home. This is the Irish Roots Cafe, where every day's a holiday and there's always room for one more. Come right this way, have a seat with me today in the corner booth celebrating our 77th week. Sweeney clear the floor, Katie bar the door, Molly put on another pot of Irish coffee. It's time we get this show on the road. We've got another full house today, not a chair to spare. I'm Mike OLaughlin, your host. Reach me on my webpage at irishroots.com, where you can check out our written show notes on the blog and search all of our podcasts by typing in any search term you like. And you can also now take a look at the new videos we're putting up there. And yes, it's just another free service from the Irish Roots Cafe. You can also phone 816-256-3360 to leave your comments, your family search, your song, or your recitation on my recorder. Try it, you'll like it. Among today's topics, catching up on our member searches, McDarby is the name of the week, Irish videos released on YouTube and on our webpage, Book of the Week extracts on County Clare, Ireland, webpage of the day is the Clare Heritage Centre, looking for Broderick, Smyth, Graham, Walsh, Gallagher, and Craig. And I do believe that the Irish have gone batty. Which Irish town just set the world Smurf record? We'll find out about all that and more in just a little bit. That reminds me to tell you that we've got 3 free broadcasts out there, one on the Irish in America, this one right here on the Irish Families Worldwide, and one on Irish song and recitation. You're invited to listen in to all 3 and to participate in all 3. So we sure hope that you do. Let me see, what kind of notes do we have coming up for this week? Here we go. We're just about ready to set off to the Dublin, Ohio Irish Festival here. Gosh, that'll be tomorrow. And we're looking forward to seeing you there. I'm going to take a few boron lessons, I think, where I'm at there, or boron. And that ought to be interesting. I've been practicing that for a while. I should get out there with some real people and practice, so that'll be fun. So we're going to do that at the Dublin Academy just before the Irish Festival takes place on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Look forward to seeing you there if you can make it. And coming up, what do we have? Let me see. We've got a possible show about Irish pubs coming up, just what they were in the past and what they have become today. It's not the same thing at all, at least in a lot of cases. And I don't know which podcast series we're going to put it on if it comes out, but if it does, we'll probably be in the next month or so. Let me see, and we've now released all 14 videos that we've been working on. You might want to take a peek at those. We explain a little bit about the 4 masters. In another one, we talk about the Irish Families Project and what each volume does and just exactly how it all works together. And we also did a video on each of our 3 podcasts for starters, just to let people know what they were. And we think over a period of time that'll get us some more attention, and we'll get some more interest stirred up. Let us know what you think and what you'd like to see next. Now let's move on to, what are we going to do? How about the books of the month? Well, today we're going to focus on County Clare, since we've got a couple of people here that were interested in County Clare families we'll talk about in just a second. And gosh, what are we going to do? We're going to make it Families of County Clare, Ireland, and County Clare, Ireland Genealogy and Family History Notes. Now, here's a sample extract, or I'll just mention it here. I'll put the full paragraphs on the blog for reading. But what we just mentioned, and we take it from Families of County Clare, Ireland, that book. That's part of the Irish Families Project, one of the first 8 volumes. And we talked a little bit about the old Irish land division known as Thomond, Thomand, and it's more properly referred to as Tuamuin, or I don't know exactly how that's pronounced, or Tuamuin. It's actually a name for North Munster, the province of Munster in Ireland. And the families of Thoman were connected to the Eugenian tribes to the south who ruled over the ancient center of Cashel in County Tipperary. And there's not a whole lot of historical documents that tell us about ancient Thoman and what was going on, but there are a few. And that included County Clare, Thoman did. And the O'Briens here were one of the best known families of Thoman. They moved into Thoman, I guess, around the year 1000 AD. They might have moved in a little bit sooner, but they rose to power here with the coming of Brian Boru, and they came up. They were really a minor family down in Cashel, and then they migrated up into Clare, Eastern County Clare, and became very powerful, as we all know. Brian Boru is referred to by many as the last true High King of Ireland. And as a Dalcasian tribe, described as such, they came to hold extensive lands in Clare where they became centered and well known. And from there, of course, we know that they came to hold sway over all of Ireland after all the battles that took place and the Vikings that fought on both sides. Well, that's enough of that. We just wanted to mention that. There's a little more history there than some of us might know, and it's a good thing to open that up just to pique our curiosity. Now, if we turn to the families on the map of the Four Masters, that's the map in the Annals of the Four Masters, translated by Owen Connellan. What do we see? Gosh, there must be 30 or 40 names. I'll list them all in the blog. Names like, of course, O'Brien and Callahan and Carmody and Daly and Davern and Day and Deegan and Dermody and Drynan and Flattery, Hogan, Halley, Keeley, Quinlevin, Neelan, Mullins, Moroney, Maloney, Lynch, Laughlin, Liddy, Keeley. That's enough of that now. But that just gives you an idea of some of the old families shown on the map of the Four Masters in County Clare. And that's on the big old fold-out map in the Annals of the Four Masters at the end of it. That's a pretty interesting little deal here. Well, now, what do we got going? I think, well, later in this episode, we're going to talk about the Irish town that set the world Smurf record. That's a strange thing you be hearing on this show. I'm telling you, strange things I read. And now it's time to raise our eyes skyward, give thanks, and ask for help. Here is today's member search list. Well, member Margaret Wenzel of Chicago, Illinois, looking for Broderick, Herlihy, and Pembroke, and that's in counties Kerry and Cork, she is. And she says she's still researching. She's been researching for a while. I remember Margaret. And Marguerite, she's searching Broderick and Herlihy from Ballycooslane, County Kerry. And it says, however, I have hit a brick wall with great-great-great-grandmother Julia Pembroke, or Pembroke, born about 1782. Number 2, member Patricia Mattill of Riverside, California, looking for Smith, Darcy, Farrell, Tansey, and Finn. Oh, more than that. I guess it's Smith and Darcy from Waterford, Farrell, Tansey, Finn, O'Hara, and Cunane from Sligo, Fitzpatrick, McIlvernon, and McConvery from County Down, and Keogh from County Clare. What a combination. Boy, there's got to be some matches of researchers out there listening to the show today. Maybe you'll all be able to get together and help. Remember, all you have to do is contact me, and I'll let Patricia know that you're out there looking. Number 3, member Jean Graham of South Burlington, Vermont, looking for Graham. She's just one of our members looking for Graham, and she says she's looking for the line that looks like it came from County Fermanagh in Ireland, and it's also connected to another Graham line that was from C. Patrick County down. So we've got a double connection there. That ought to make some people out there happy, wanting to make a lock in on their family research. 1, 2, 3, 4. Member David H. Whitmarsh of Willows, California, looking for Walsh, Duncan, and Durkin. And gosh, it looks like they're from Drungana, County Mayo. Duncan and Durkin from Watertown. Where is Watertown, he says, and he presumes it's in County Mayo. If I get a chance, I'll look that up, see if I can find it. Remember Phil McDarby of Dublin, Ireland, looking for McDarby. And boy, what Darby. Was there a Darby's Rangers? Wasn't that a famous group in the World War II? I'm thinking, but I could never be sure just sitting here being spontaneous. But Phil says he's from County Clare and doing his family tree, and all of his roots are from County Clare. Well, I got a good strong link of OLaughlin roots from Clare too, so maybe I'll be able to help you out there. Next, member Adrian Beckham of Sudbury, United Kingdom, looking for Walsh. And Maria Walsh, born 9th of July, 1882, from Waterford, Kildare, so must be a combination thing there, and came over to England with her family and got friendly with a soldier, my great-granddad, James Christopher Beckham. They were married the 7th of May, 1910, in Woolwich, London. I want to trace other members of her family. Where should I start? I'll look forward to your reply. Regards, Adrian. Next, member Columba Welch of North Olmsted, Ohio, looking for Gallagher, trying to find some missing links on my mom's Gallagher family from Achill County, Mayo. And the last for the day, boy, we got a whole lot. I can't get to all of them. We'll get that one last one in here out of the hopper. Member Wayne Wright of Panama City, Florida, looking for Craig and Clark, and that's tied to County Antrim, Ireland. Boy, that reminds me, I've got to say thank you to each and every one of our members, because without you, the podcast would not be possible, and you're pulling the load for everybody else who's listening in here. We're going to make our family name of the day here. What should it be? Why, we're going to pick McDarby. We just mentioned our researcher up there, Phil McDarby of Dublin. And we'll just mention a few things about McDarby or Darby, and maybe it'll be of interest. First of all, we take a look at the variant spelling groups for that name in the Master Book of Irish Family Name Spellings there. It's number 418 and 1297. We find McDarby, McDerby, and then without the Mick or Mac, it's just Darby and Derby. And of course, we'll read there real quick here, but it says that some of the Darbys might have taken the name from Dermot, which was translated into more modern times as Darby and Dermot. And our records, most of them right now are showing the Darbys found in Kings County or Offaly in earlier days. And as Derby, the name can also be found very numerous in Tipperary in the 17th century. And at least some of those names are found coming in from England, which of course would have separate origins all in themselves. And when found in the north of Ireland in the province of Ulster, the family likely comes from another origin too. So you could have the same name but not be related. That's just one more reason to get that DNA tested, and they'll tell you just what clan you belong to. Well, we move down to the Irish family coats of arms, and what do we see? Darby of Leap Castle in Kings County. I remember I saw a couple of anchors and a crown and a few more things on that coat of arms. It had a lot of design in it. Maybe that means it's been around for several generations. But that was interesting. And of course, that might not be a McDarby. I didn't research too deep in there, but at least it was Darby. Now, if we take a look at the Free Master Index search of Irish names on our webpage, we find 49 references to Darby or McDarby. And let's just pick a few samples here. We found it in Families of County Kerry, in King James Irish Army List, in the Families of County Limerick, and in Irish Names and Surnames by the Reverend Patrick Wolfe. He wrote a classic book back there around 1923, 1921. And in County Tipperary Genealogy and Family History Notes. Well, let me see. We'll move on now to the website of the week. Well, we're going to make the website of the week. We're just going to make the theme of this show on County Clare, and it'll be the Clare Heritage Centre. And that's at clareroots.com, and then there's a /. I'll have that clickable on our blog, so you can just click right on it. And you can email Clare Heritage at eircom.net. That's EIRCOM.net. And that's the site for the Clare Heritage and Genealogical Center at Corofin, County Clare. And that's the thing that really was started by Nacy Clary way back when. And that was really where I started my research on my first trip back to Ireland. I met Nacy, and he was putting that museum together, waiting for the cases to come in. He was very conscientious about it, and he was really one of the guys who started the whole Heritage Center deal, and I sure appreciated his help. I was just a novice from the States, wandering around Ireland trying to find some help, and he pulled out some old books, and some of them were in Gaelic, and he showed me the old pedigrees and explained it to me, and it really sort of caught fire after I talked to him. I really thought I was... had come past just the beginning stage, and I had something to dig my teeth into. So we all owe a thanks to Nacy Clary and the Heritage Centers over there. Well, let me see. Now we're going to move on to what? Let's do the curious news and notes. And then I'm going to have to jump and load everything up and get on the road, and I hope those gas prices keep coming down. What do we find here? What's going on? Well, the rumors are that Guinness is going to go up 8 cents a pint. I don't think that means you should drink any faster, but you might want to buy some and put it in the fridge if you're over there. I don't know. The Folk Dance Festival in County Cork was held just this weekend, and there was not just Irish dance. There was the Basque and the Italians and India and Poland. They were on hand. So that's turning out to be a pretty good deal. It's been going on for several years now. That's definitely worth checking out when you're over there in Ireland in the summer. And hey, here's one. I don't know if you remember when the Ennis bypass was delayed because they found the rare horseshoe bat that was in the way, and they didn't want to interfere with their living areas. So a little bit later, they built a bat house to protect those bats, and it cost 170,000 euros to do that. I wonder if I could have built a bat house for a little bit less. But that's way beyond my level of expertise. But it does tie into the next story. University College Dublin has just been given a grant of 680,000 euros to study bats. You know, I think it's time I moved back to Ireland and reclaimed my heritage and applied for some grants. Oh, I could do a lot with 680,000 euros. Number 5, Castle Blaney in County Monaghan now holds the Guinness World Record for the most Smurfs in one place. A couple of weeks ago, 1,000 devotees gathered there and broke the former world record, so Castle Blaney's just being real active in all kinds of things these days, it sounds like. So be sure to pay your respects when you're in Ireland. They just set a world record. And last but not least, U.S. tourists are still down this year in Ireland. Some reports say 15% down. And even the ones that are going are spending a little bit less because of petrol concerns and cost of living and the like. But the good news is that some of the hotels, from the top flight to the smaller ones, some of the prices there have come down. So if you're going to go, you might just save some money because they're charging a little bit less for accommodations. Oh my gosh, the time has come. We've got to get going here. Remember to send your comments by clicking the contact link on our webpage at www.irishroots.com or send by mail to our American address, the Irish Roots Cafe, Box 7575, Kansas City, Missouri, 64116. Leave your message or report on things in your part of the world when you call my phone recorder at 816-256-3360 or Skype me at Irish Roots Cafe. Members foot the bill so they get first priority, but we're open to all. And by the way, a big thank you to all of our members. And away.